Hello traders, FXPIPCOLLECTOR here. Today is Friday and it is September 15th, so welcome to today's live stream. TGIF, thank God it is Friday, but guess what? By Sunday we will be wishing that it was market open again, which it will be soon. So anyways, we do have, first of all, thanks for coming. Definitely make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. It makes a huge difference to push my channel out to new members on YouTube. So today we do have consumer sentiment for the dollar in about 28 minutes or so. And inflation expectations. So I mean, this is a pretty big news event definitely for the dollar. So let's see how this turns out. And we have almost a half an hour, so we definitely have plenty of time to do the full top down analysis. So let's get that going. And we will get started right away. Let's get going, I guess. Let me get this chat going. Live chat, there we go. There we go, now I can see everybody. So there we go. So anyways, thanks for coming. I hope everybody's having a good day. Let's get started as usual by looking at the US dollar indexes. We'll do our full top down analysis right to the 1 hour time frame. We'll take a look at all the dollar pairs, including gold and probably even silver, and see if we can figure out what's most likely to happen to that. We'll have a time to take a look at the yen pairs, few commodities, probably Bitcoin, and most likely the S&P 500 and a few other things definitely. But with that dollar news, we definitely want to make sure we get through these dollar pairs and see if we can figure out what the most likely thing to happen at the news is going to be. So anyways, let's get started. So hopefully everybody by now knows my monthly time frame analysis. I would assume that probably people do, but I do believe that this is probably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A. I still think this is a big A, B, C, a B, and I still believe that this right here is a big wave C. I think that means that this first move down is a wave 1. I still think this move up is a wave 2. Which a wave 2, you have to remember, can go all the way up to the 78% of this move down too. You have to keep that in mind. And then eventually, once this wave 2 is over, it should go down and make a big giant wave 3. Now this is a monthly, so let's keep going down to the weekly. So it's back to the dollar index. Now on the dollar index, I do think that this is a downtrend right here, probably a wave 1. I had this labeled as an A, B, C, D, E, but I mean it's probably more like an A and a W, X, Y of B, but either way, same scenario, so not too big of a deal. Nice and positive move up. We are approaching the 50% level, but there's really no reason to think that that has to be the level this turns at. It really could end up going up to one of these other levels. We definitely do not know that it's going to end at this 50%. We do have interest rate coming out next week on the 20th of September in about 5 days. It does seem like a news event that would cause the end of a wave 2 and the beginning of a wave 3. So let's see if that's actually how it turns out. We're going to have to wait until next week to find out that, I guess. So heading down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I've been saying this for weeks and weeks now, but the daily time frame for me is definitely the time frame that would show me best the higher highs, higher lows this whole way up. There has been no break of structure to the downside, as you can see this whole way up. There's been no big Fibonacci bounce. There's really no reason as of yet to think this is over, and really I'm still very bullish, and I think it's going to at least go up to this 50% level before we see too much of a pullback. So I don't really think any of these trends are actually over on the dollar pairs. Now going up to the 4 hour time frame, this was a little tricky definitely because I mean it still did make impulsive down with a break of structure. I mean it looked like it should have made an ABC correction, but instead what it did was it just kept on making higher highs, higher lows, and made a new high. Now we have news coming out today, I mean, and we're already on the high, so we're going to have to see what happens. I mean, for me the trend is still up, but I really wouldn't be surprised if the news did cause it to go down. And it really wouldn't make a lot of sense if it actually went down and did this too. So, I mean, let's see what actually ends up happening at the news. Let's go down to the 1 hour. So, 1 hour time frame, really, what do we think this is? I mean, it does have 5 waves. I can definitely see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves here. This right here kind of looks like it's trying to make a lower high. Not much of a lower high, though. Kind of makes you think that the dollar's going to go down and take out structure at the news, doesn't it? Let's take a look at all dollar pairs, see if we can figure out some correlation and see if we can get a better idea of what the dollar pairs are most likely to do. Hey Urza, how's it doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. So the euro dollar. Euro dollar is definitely going up, as you can see. Let's go up to the daily time frame. Now we're sitting at the 100% Fibonacci level. It does seem like a likely place to see a pullback, but for me, I do not really think the trend is over until I see proof that the trend is over, and the most recent proof that I see is a break of structure to the upside right here. We don't have that break of structure, so for me, I mean, the trend is down until we have either that break of structure or the market does like a 3, 4, 5 shape and then breaks structure. That would tell me the trend is over. So right now, I definitely don't see any reason to think this downtrend is over, and I'm still very, very bearish, and I'm still definitely looking for shorts. And I still kind of think it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of looks like it almost needs to go down, make a 5, and maybe even go down even further. Who knows? Maybe it's just a subdivision of a much larger trend. Let's take it down to that 1 hour time frame. So I got my Fibonacci retracement measuring this last push down, just the last wave of this trend. Like I said, it really looks like a 1, 2, 3. It kind of looks like this move up should be an ABC correction and that it should go down. Maybe for a wave 4, maybe just a subdivision of a much larger trend. We really don't know and really don't have any way of knowing, but it does look to me, the thing that I do know is that the trend doesn't look like it's over on the daily time frame and up. And as you go down, I do see a little bit of a three-way pattern. So, I mean, let's see if it does go down at the news or not. Let's go check out the pound dollar. The pound dollar has already been going down, and it does look like it completed that 3, 4, 5 shape, doesn't it? Let's head back out to the daily time frame on this one also. Now, I was thinking this was a wave C, but if it stretches out too far, we'll have to change that. But right now, we're only at the 78% Fibonacci extension of this wave, which looks like a wave A, projected out the top of this wave, which looks like a wave B, and then it does resemble a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But just like the other pairs, the only thing that's really going to tell me that this trend is over is seeing a break of structure to the upside. Until I see that break of structure to the upside, really, the trend is still down, and it very easily could go down, and it usually a wave C does go to about the 100%, sometimes even to the 123 or the 138% of the wave A. So, no break of structure, no real Fibonacci bounce, no real reason for me to think the trend is over. For this one, it doesn't really look like I would want to try to go short right now, though, does it? I mean, it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't look like a pattern I'd want to go short on. If it goes up and breaks structure, we'll at least know that this trend is over right here. That's not really going to tell us that the daily time frame trend is over, but we'll at least know that that trend is over. This right here is the structure level I'm looking at, so let's keep that in mind as we go down. So that brings us all the way up here. This trend is definitely not going to be confirmed to be over for me until it takes out this high right here. So even if it does break structure today, for me, it very easily could make another correction and just keep on going down maybe next week or something. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, really there's no reason to think anything is over on this one either. We got a lot of mixed signals today, don't we? Things are moving kind of independently because from the dollar right now. But if this goes up and breaks structure, the first move up is probably going to be a wave A. And then probably shortly after a structure break, we'll have a pullback like a wave B and then probably go up and make a wave C. I don't really think that this trend is over on the longer time frames, at least until I see a break of structure. So for me, you know, you could definitely try to go long at the end of a wave B, but for me, I would prefer to wait for the wave C to be over and go short again for the continuation of the downtrend for sure. Oh, hey, Young. Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Awesome. New to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. I think I did the wrong thing here. Let me delete this and that real quick because I put the wrong thing on. Let me just do something real quick. Just take a second. There we go. That's what I meant to do. There we go. So if anybody hasn't done so already, definitely don't join my Discord channel because it is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. It is 100% free to join. I do offer a service which I do share my forecast with every morning and a trading course and a whole bunch of other benefits. So the links for the free chats and the links for my Patreon is both in the description and in the chats. So yeah, we're going to go look at gold definitely. Let's move on to the Aussie dollar. To me, the Aussie dollar kind of looks like it's trying to make a short right now, but it's prior to news. So, I mean, like I've been saying for a while, I mean, it kind of looks like this could go up and end a trend. And the reason why it looks like that is because I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape. So we have to be a little bit cautious on this because it does kind of look like it could possibly go up and end a trend. But as you go down to a little bit of a shorter time frame, it looks like an ABC correction, and it almost looks like the correction is over. I see an uptrend, I see a correction, I see another uptrend, I see a Fibonacci bounce, I see an impulsive move down. It looks like an ABC correction, big time. And it looks like the correction is over and that it might just keep on going down. So we have to be careful. I mean, on the longer time frames, it looks like it should keep going up, but on the shorter time frames, it tells a different story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways down. It looks like the next move up is going to be a correction, and then it's going to go down again for like a 1, 2, 3. So I mean, it looks pretty bearish. I mean, I don't really see any reason to think this trend is over. I don't really see any reason to think that this is going up. We really don't have a break of structure yet. It would be nice to see a break of structure. Until we get that, I mean, I guess there's always a possibility it could keep going up. Let's go to Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar still looks very, very bearish also. I almost think that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shape is just a trap, and this thing is just going to keep on drifting down. Kind of seems like that's the case, doesn't it? So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. Look at how overlapping and corrective this whole thing looks. Big time. So I mean, it looks like a trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very. It looks like a 3-way pattern down, like a wave B. It looks like a trend, wave C. It looks like it's already going down for the continuation of a downtrend. It's going to be interesting to see what the news does. It's been a pretty interesting week anyways, that's for sure. It kind of looks like that's already the end of a correction, and if that's the case, this could just keep on drifting down today pretty easily. Almost looks like the move is already in. US dollar CAD made a huge push up today. I was wondering if that was the CAD pairs. Let me just look real quick before I move on. Is that the CAD doing that? It is kind of, isn't it? Maybe not. Yeah. It's not really, it was kind of the CAD, but not really moving much now. It's a pretty big push up. Break a structure too. So going down to the higher time frames, for me, the trend is still up until I see a break of structure right here. Let me get rid of that arrow. I still don't see a break of structure, and the fact that it hasn't broken yet and it broke structure up on the sort of time frames makes me wonder if it's just going to keep going up. Seems like it would be pretty likely that it could do that. Some of the other pairs look like they could keep going down, and it seems pretty likely this could keep going up. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had just got a break of structure. We didn't break this low, but it made a very impulsive move up. It kind of looks like it's more likely to just keep trending. Let's see what happens with that. Let me get rid of that for now. Going down to the 1-hour time frame, it's really just a series of lower lows, lower highs. There's really no break of structure at all until today. Right there, we just got a break of structure. So I personally think this is either going to turn into an A, B, C, which is going to look like that, or it's going to turn into a 1, 2, 3, which will end up looking like that. So either way, I do think that there's a pretty good chance that we're going to make some sort of move to the upside. Let's take it down to the US dollar Swiss, which I think is still trending up also. Look at that. Now, I originally thought this was a WXY, but it's way too spread out for that now. It's really starting to look more like a trend. And we're not at a Fibonacci level. It didn't respect this level. It kind of seems like a pattern that's not over. It seems like a pattern that will keep going up. So I'm definitely very bullish on this also. I don't really see any reason I think this is over. Going down to the sort of time frames, I mean, it just keeps on making higher highs, higher lows. Most recent swing high is way up there. If it goes down and breaks structure, that might change my mind, but it doesn't really look like it wants to. I mean, even if it does break structure, it could just end up being a correction to this last wave, and then it could do that and go up again later on. So, I mean, I definitely am still very bullish. I'm definitely still looking for longs on this, for sure. Yeah, I mean, if this turns down today and breaks structure, the only thing that tells us is that the last series of high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low is over. It definitely doesn't tell us that higher time frame is over. If anything, it'll probably just do that and just keep on going up. So I'm definitely very bullish on that, and I honestly see that this could just keep on drifting up at the news too. So US dollar yen, this is definitely a little bit of a yen thing also, but I personally think that US dollar yen is in a wave 5 if you go all the way up to the weekly. It looks like this is the end of a wave 3. It looks like this is the end of a wave 4. It looks like we're making high, low, high, low, high, low. Yeah, I think it's going to go at least to the 50. I think it's more likely to go to the 61.8% fib to finish off this uptrend like that. Right around the 157 area is where I forecast this to go. So going back down to the daily is where you can start to see the subdivisions of this trend, and now you're starting to see trends within trends. But now, ever since we got the end of this last ABC correction right here, now you can see this trend within a trend is making high, low, high, low, high, low. No breaker starts it down, no reason to think the trend is over. If the news causes a breaker starts it, then yeah, I will know that this trend is over. So, I mean, it really depends on what the news does today, I guess. 4 hour time frame, my last structure level is way down here for me. Let me put that where, right there, so we can see. So for me, the trend is not over until I see a break of this structure right here. No break of structure tells me that I'm just going to keep going long. Even if it does go down, unless it just rips down and breaks structure, I'm very bullish. Even if it goes down, I'm still going to be looking at this move down as a correction to the move up, unless it goes down and breaks structure to the downside. So let's keep going down to the 1 hour time frame. How much time do we got? We got about 11 minutes, 12 minutes almost until the news comes out. So we still got a little bit of time. We got to look at gold, probably look at silver. And so anyways, man, yeah, it doesn't really look like it's over. This little area right here does kind of make you think that it could possibly be over, but even if it does go down, it's probably just going to be another pullback, and it's probably just going to keep going up. I could even picture it doing like a spike reversal, especially with all the traps we've been seeing lately on the dollar. The dollar's been one trap after another lately, it seems like. So we'll have to be careful. It kind of seems like on the longer time frames it should keep going up. On the shorter time frames it seems like it should go down, but the move down is probably going to be a correction to the move up. So the gold looks like, to me, it turned. I think gold has ended a correction by the looks of it. And look at the daily. The daily seems so clear. Look at that. Looks like a trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 1 looks like an ABC. Wave 2. It looks like we're just starting a wave 3. And if that's the case, this is going to be a major trade. So, yeah, it looks like a 1, 2, 3. Definitely. We'll see what happens with that. But hey, Mark, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, we're just checking out the dollar pairs prior to the news today. So anyways, it looks like a downtrend. It looks like an A. It looks like 3 waves up for a B. It looks like a downtrend for the C. Very impulsive up. Very strong break of structure. Kind of looks like it could possibly make a move down, but it kind of seems like the move down would just be a retest of structure and then go back up like a 1, 2 of wave 3 maybe at most. So let's keep going down to that 1 hour time frame. It does have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 look to it, but that wave 5 is so stretched out. A lot of these patterns just kind of look like they could just keep on going in the direction that they're already moving in. I mean, the news is about to come out. You would think the most likely thing would be this would go down like this, and then maybe on Monday or Tuesday it would end up going up. It does look pretty promising to go up, definitely. I'm not really a huge gold trader myself, but it looks like a very, very clear pattern, especially on the daily. This looks like a big ABC pattern. This looks like a small ABC pattern. It looks like an impulsive up. Looks like it should just keep trending. Let's see what silver looks like. Silver sometimes can give us a clue. Oh, silver hasn't broken structure yet. It broke it, but it rejected it. Looks like just one big overlapping pattern, kinda. It looks like an ABC. I bet this is an A. I bet I know what this is. An A, B, C, and then I bet this is an X, and then another A, B, C. I bet, almost guarantee that's what it is. It's an A, B, C, X, A, B, C. Still, look how many times it's bounced off this 61% fib, though. It looks like a pattern that's getting ready to go up. We really don't have a break of structure, but boy, it definitely seems pretty clear that it's a pattern that's getting ready to go up. I would want to see this structure right here broken nicely to believe that the trend is over, though. Right here. I would definitely want to see a break of structure right here to really believe that this is over. And we definitely don't have that yet, so I mean, we really can't believe it's over until the market tells us it's over. But look at the pattern: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break of structure will tell us it's over. Retest of structure would be the bread and butter trade that I would try to get into. Break of structure, retest structure, then continuation of the uptrend. So let's see, what do we got? A 1 hour time frame, let's check that out. Yeah, rejection of structure, and it also looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 too. So the fact that it's rejecting structure is not a very good sign, is it? Unless this news comes out and it just suits up like that, which I could almost picture that happening. And the fact that it rejected structure kind of makes you think that it's getting ready to make a bigger move down before it goes up. Maybe something like that, or maybe even keep on trending down, we don't know. So, let's see. What do we have? About 7 minutes or so. The dollar's still kind of moving in its direction. Let me see what I got going on. I entered a few trades today also. 2 of them on the dollar, 1 of them outside the dollar. Yeah, nothing too special though. Swing trades though. I'm definitely a swing trader, so when I enter a trade, I would like to stay in that trade for a minimum of 3 days if the market will let me. So we'll see. So let's see what we got. Let me check out the news. Let me refresh this so we can make sure we're good to go. 6 minutes and 45 seconds or so. And we got inflation expectations and consumer sentiment. So probably the best thing for us to do is go down to like the 15-minute time frame and see if we can figure out what the most likely thing to happen is. The thing with this dollar, I mean, even though it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it looks like it should go down, we have not broken any structure. We're still making higher lows, so we're gonna have to see. The dollar kind of makes me think that it wants to keep going up. Oh, the DXY broke structure, but it rejected structure. That kind of makes me think that the dollar wants to go up too. And this kind of almost looks like an ABC right there. So look how different the DXY and the dollar are right now too. That's because the euro is moving independently. This is why I do not like to use the DXY as a pair to use as a forecast pair, because it's exactly the same as the euro dollar but in reverse. I mean, it doesn't really help us with the dollar pairs at all. Definitely can help you with the euro dollar, but boy, that looks like it was getting ready to go down. Look at that. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a flat for the wave A. Looks like 3 waves down. Wave B looks like impulsive up. Wave C. I think everybody and their brother are going to be trying to go long right now, which is why I'm actually starting to think this is going to keep on going down. So let's see what happens with that. It looks pretty bullish to me. I would definitely be looking at that as a bullish pattern. So I think that looks like it's getting ready to go down. Pound dollar is totally different. The pound dollar does not look like it wants to go down. But you will notice that it hasn't broken structure yet. So I mean, if it does go down, it's still all one trend from way back here, which I guess way back here did turn out to be an ABC, didn't it? I didn't think it was an ABC, but it was definitely an ABC, wasn't it? It looked more like a trend. It still looks like a trend to me. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then it just continued the downtrend, so I guess that's more of like a motive wave correction than anything. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see, I can't see what people are saying on Discord. Yeah, so let me keep going down to the Aussie. We only got about 5 minutes left. The Aussie has been going down pretty much all day. So if it goes up and starts breaking structure, then I would believe that the trend is back up. But until that, the trend is down. The fact that we got news coming out makes you think that it should go up, but that doesn't necessarily make it true. Same thing with the Kiwi. I mean, the trend is definitely down until we start getting some structure breaks. We don't have that yet, so really the trend is definitely down. US dollar CAD broke structure in a big way today to the upside. This looks like it wants to just keep on trending up. US dollar Swiss. Yeah, I mean, the US dollar Swiss is another one that kind of makes you think that it's going to go down, but it still hasn't broken any structure. It's still higher highs, higher lows. Kind of makes you think that it could just keep drifting up. US dollar yen, that looks like an ABC correction that just finished recently. That looks like it should keep going up also. A lot of these pairs kind of look like on the sort like the 1 hour, 15-minute range that they're in the top of a trend, which would make you think that they were going to go down. So I could kind of see either possibility. Look at that gold. The last structure level is way down there. That kind of makes me think that gold's going to keep going up also. Gold, silver. Let's see. Going down pretty strong. Prior to the news, it looks like it's going to end the trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like it's about ready to go down and end the trend. Yeah, it does kind of seem like the most likely thing would be to go down, but that's a big wave. That final wave was really big. I don't know. I'm starting to think the dollar is going to keep going up, tell you the truth, but we'll see. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Even though they're all already like really oversold and over whatnot, but definitely kind of seems like it. Yeah, well, that pound dollar move that we got on the pound this morning was definitely a pound move. This move down this morning was like 100% a pound move, 100%. Oh, and you can tell it instantly because it's so much different than the other dollar pairs. And then if you go look at the pound Swiss went down, the pound CAD went down, the pound Aussie went down this morning, pound Kiwi, pound yen, Euro pound's going up. The pound is definitely moving today, 100%. I don't know why, but the pound is moving. I don't think we actually had any pound news today. No, we didn't. Is there any news here for the pound? Right here? That's not pound dollar news. Dollar news. I don't know what that one is. I don't see anything for the pound now. So for some reason the pound's a little bit weak today. So we got less than a minute until the news comes out. So let's see what happens for the news today. I mean, if I was gonna just rely on Elliott Wave, I would say that these are all already in the top of a trend and it looks like it should go down. But on the higher time frames, it looks like it should keep going up and we're still making higher lows, so I'm pretty bullish on this, tell you the truth, but all it's gonna take is some good breaks of structure before I turn into a bear again. Especially if it goes down and breaks this structure, that's really gonna turn me into a bear. So I'm bullish until proven otherwise, and the market hasn't proven otherwise, but in about 10 seconds it definitely could prove otherwise, so let's see. Let's see, we got a couple seconds left. There it goes. Oh, getting proven otherwise. Kind of looks like it could be an ABC, could be another trap, but we'll see. See how well it maintains that momentum is what we gotta see, I guess. Like I said, I mean, according to the patterns, it would make more sense for the dollar to go down, take out this structure, but all the higher time frames are very bullish for me. I don't think the pound dollar must not have moved that much, did it? Yeah, I know it did move, but not very much. Kind of looks like an ABC. I don't know. I need to give it a little bit of time, but I'm starting to think this is going to be another trap. The pound dollar looks like an ABC too. Gotta give it a little bit of time, that's for sure. Aussie, yeah, I can picture the Aussie going back up. Kiwi, that doesn't really look like it's finished going up. That looks like an ABC too, look at that. 1, 2, 3 waves down, that looks like it's gonna keep going up. I think I smell another trap. News is negative. I don't really care if the news is negative or positive, to tell you the truth. I just want to know when the news is. the market makers use that news to trap people big time. Gold is still trying to drift up a little. Let's see what it was. Yeah, it was negative. Not that negative though. Kind of seems like the inflation news was positive though. Inflation expectations was down. That's positive for the dollar right there, even though they're calling it flat. That's definitely positive for the dollar and negative for the dollar. So for me, I would say the news is mixed, 100%. Definitely mixed. I'm in some trades also, so I gotta see what is going on with my stuff. Not really too much, honestly. Let's see. Could be another trap. I think the best thing for us to do now is to go look at some yen pairs and let this chill out for a little while. And like I said, on the higher time frames, I mean, I really don't think this trend is over. I think it's going up to here and beyond. So even if it does go down today, it's probably just going to be part of another correction, and eventually it will probably go back up. So now that the news is out, hey Jason, how's it going, buddy? So now the news is out, let's go check out some other things and kind of let this chill out for a minute. I personally think the news was mixed because, I mean, even though they call this flat, it's actually positive because inflation data or inflation expectations were down. And right now, the whole world is watching the U.S. to figure out what they're going to do for interest rates next week on the September 20th. So, I mean, for me, this is positive and this is negative, so it's kind of mixed news, which is not that great for us, but it happens quite a bit. So let's go see what's up with those yen pairs, and let's let this chill out for a little while. Got some arrows on here I've had for a while. Look, it just grabbed all that liquidity down there. That doesn't really necessarily tell me much, but sometimes that can mean something. I would definitely not be trying to go long on the yen, that's for sure. So let's go check out these yen pairs. I am very bullish on these. We're going to look at Bitcoin too, definitely, and oil, natural gas, yen pairs, probably check out like the euro pound and some other things like that too. I think this is, even though it's a sharp move down, I think it's an ABC, and I think it's going to keep going up. I would be looking for longs, definitely. It looks like it could possibly make a pullback soon now, something like this, and then back up. Probably give us a chance to go long again, maybe towards the end of the day or Sunday. I still think that this is up too. I think this move down is a correction. I think this is going to keep going up. Going up to the 4-hour time frame, you can kind of see what I mean. It looks like a big A, B, C, D, E. A break of such is going to help confirm it, but right now it looks like a pattern that's going to go up. I'm definitely bullish on these yen pairs. I think the yen has just been bouncing around so much trying to get people to go short, but the real move is going to be up still. That's definitely what it seems like to me at least, but we'll see. Let's see, the pound yen, yeah, definitely. The Aussie, look at that. It looks like it's almost ready for an end of a correction now. 3 waves down, impulsive up. If that closes up like that, impulsive engulfing candle, that's probably going to be a long. Let's see. Kiwi dollar, almost the same pattern. 1, 2, 3 waves down. If this closes as an engulfing candle, that's probably going to be a long. Definitely looks like it's going to close as an engulfing candle. It just opened though, literally like 7 minutes ago, so. CAD's going down, breaking structure. Kind of, trying to. That break of structure doesn't really help us, tell us anything now. I know, I would say there's almost no way that this is not going to keep going up. I mean, the market can definitely do what it wants, but to me, this looks like a pattern that is not over. I think we're going to go up and grab all this liquidity above these highs over here that are so far back we can't even see them. Right there. I think it's going to go up and grab all those highs before we make a big dump. I think so, but let me see. Let's see. Ooh, it's going up pretty strong, isn't it? Yeah, the euro dollar's pretty strong. That doesn't really look like it's going down. We'll go look at these things again in a little while, but I want to let it cool down a little bit. But boy, that euro dollar is pretty strong. I don't think I would be trying to go short on that right now. We're going to look at the dollar pairs again, but we need to let them kind of cool down a little bit while we check out the other pairs that we need to look at. You know, we need to check out our yen pairs and commodities and a few other things, so. Yeah, I mean, for me, this trend isn't over until it goes way down there, so, I mean, I would almost guarantee this is a correction to the uptrend. So if it does break structure, which it's trying to, then it's probably going to be an A. It'll probably eventually go up and make a B, down for a C, and then back up again. Maybe not quite that big, maybe like that, and then back up. Definitely would make sense to me. I don't really think that turn down is like a trend reversal, that's for sure. Look at that, that one looks like it wants to keep going up. That looks like a pattern that could possibly keep going. And if you look at the little bit of a higher time frame, this is impulsive up, this is corrective down, impulsive up, corrective, impulsive, corrective, and just keep on making higher highs, higher lows. Because the yen is moving, I don't know, we'll see, I guess. Like I said, it's pretty impulsive on the euro especially, so maybe the dollar yen might go down today and tomorrow, or today and Sunday. We'll see. I'll get back to the dollar pair shortly, but with the yen, I always consider the dollar yen more of a yen pair than a dollar pair anyways. I think the yen is more correlated with the yen than the dollar. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if the yen did go down. But even if it goes down, it's probably going to be a correction and it'll probably just keep on going up. Just like if the euro goes up, it's probably just going to be a correction and eventually it'll keep going down. There's really no break of structure or anything now. Look at that. I mean, it looks like the last structure level is way down there. This looks like, if anything, it's just going to be another correction, another continuation of the uptrend. Yeah, none of it's really too convincing to me except for the euro. I don't know why the euro is so strong. The pound is kind of strong too, I guess. But the euro and the pound are just so correlated. They're almost the same. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, maybe temporarily bearish, but on the daily, weekly, monthly, I would say there's almost no way that this thing is not going to go back up again. Maybe it'll make a big correction to this whole trend. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and it did something like that, but once the correction is over, it should continue the uptrend, I would say. Very, very likely, I would say. Sorry, I got multiple screens, so that way I can keep my own charts open, and also I can keep the chats open so I can see what everybody's up to. Bearish divergence, what are you looking at for divergence? RSI or something? What are you using for divergence? What indicator are you using for divergence? CCI, RSI, one of those. Oh yeah, RSI. Let me show you something about divergence real quick. I bet it'll only take me a second. I have CCI right here, which is almost like the same. Any oscillator to me is pretty much the same. So let me just find one example. So right here, look at this. Right here, the price started making a divergence. Right here, price was making a divergence, and look what happened. It kept going up, kept going up. Divergence can last a long time. Here's a good example. Look at this. This is divergence. Price was going down. The CCI was going down while price was starting to work its way up, and then what happened? It just kept on going up. I don't believe in divergence at all. I do like to have an oscillator around once in a while, but not for divergence, definitely. I've seen divergence last weeks and weeks, Divergence can definitely mean that a pattern is close to turning, but when? If divergence starts right now and it does this, and then way up here it turns down, did your divergence help you make any money? I don't know. I don't think so. But anyways, let's keep going. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it went down, but even if it does go down, which I actually don't think it's going to go down, I still think if anything it's going to do that. And then we'll see. Time will tell. Let's look at Bitcoin, then let's go look at oil and natural gas. Ooh, Bitcoin's made it get an ABC down. Now, Bitcoin, I feel like Bitcoin is pretty clear that it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A, B, C of B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of C is coming. Right around the 42,000 is where I predict for Bitcoin. This is the weekly. Going down to the shorter time frames, I think this is the end of a wave A, and then I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's a wave A also. I see an A, B, C. I think that's a wave B. I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C. Now, because we see 5 waves, does that mean the trend is over? What's going to tell us the trend is over? A significant break of structure to the upside. This could easily go down again, and it would be a completely normal looking pattern. 100%. The break of structure right here is what's going to tell us this is going up. Until that happens, this could go down. Very, very easily. Okay, we just had a 61% bounce too. Could that be an A right there? Could this be a B? Could this be a C? Could it now be going down? Well, yeah, it definitely could be. Looks like it is. Trying to. I wouldn't be surprised, buddy, if it did go down. I'm not saying that it ain't going to. I'm just saying that if it does go down, it's probably just going to be another correction. Boy, is this a A, B, C, and it's going to turn up, or is this a 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. Kind of looks like it could be a 1, 2, 3 based on the pattern I'm seeing, and based on the fact that it didn't go down and take out the liquidity of wave A before it went up. I bet it is going to go down. I bet this is going to go down like this over the next weekend or a week or so. Definitely. 1 hour time frame. 1, ABC of 2, or A, EBC of B. How are we going to know the difference? A big engulfing move to the upside taking out structure will tell us it's a wave C and we'll go long. Or if we see no break of structure up, no engulfing candle, that's going to tell us to keep going short. And if it keeps stretching out, then you know it's a wave 3. And you're going to be making money as it goes because you're looking for shorts in a downtrend right now. So I kind of hope that the euro does go down because I'm already in some dollar pairs. I'm not in the euro, but I am in some dollar pairs. So if I don't know. That would mean that the euro dollar would keep going up. We'll see. It doesn't look very convincing on the 4 hour. The 4 hour candle doesn't close for another 2 hours and 45 minutes either. That's kind of another point that I want to make real quick before we move on. This 4 hour candle has 2 hours and 45 minutes until it closes. And to me, it doesn't even look divergent. It's not even engulfing anymore. This thing could look like that by the time the candle closes. We don't know. You can't judge a candle until it closes. Oh, that's no wonder. There we go. Oh, the 4 hour time frame. So yeah, it did make an engulfing move, but the candle doesn't close for 2 hours and 43 minutes. This could look like this by the time we're done. Not saying that it's going to. I mean, I think there probably is a good chance it could pull back, but I think there's a good chance that move will be a correction to the uptrend. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I smell another trap on the horizon now on the news today, big time. Let's go check out oil and natural gas. Hopefully some people here that are interested in that. I have a few Patreon members that really do like oil and natural gas. So before I start, definitely make sure you join my Discord channel. Like I always say, the Discord channel is 100% free to join. You never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. It is 100% free to join. Right now we have, how many members? 4,241 members right now we have. So definitely getting to be a very big community. So if anybody's interested in joining my Patreon, definitely check it out. It's 100% free to join. I do giveaways once in a while, and I'm still working on doing a funded account giveaway. Maybe that's something we can do for the upcoming month, but I want to give away a funded account, probably like a $25,000 funded account or something. So I've been in contact with a few different prop firms about that. So oil is strong. Doesn't really look like a pattern. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the weekly, but it's very strong to the upside. That's for sure. Even the daily isn't that convincing that it wants to end. The 4-hour time frame, the sorts of level that would tell me that this trend is over is right here. That definitely hasn't been broken yet. Get rid of this real quick, at least on the shorter time frames. Take it down to the 1 hour, put your Fibonacci retracement on there, and look for 3-way pullbacks. Yeah, I would definitely still be looking for longs, even though, I mean, there is a chance that it could go down and break structure, but for me, the trend is not over until I see a structure break, and the last structure break is right here. So, I mean, I can't really say that this is over yet. Definitely not. It could just keep on going down and break structure, don't get me wrong, but right now there's no proof of it. So if I see something like this, I would go long again. 3 ways down and pulse a move up at the Fibonacci level would be exactly what I'd want to see for my next entry to go long. How about natural gas? This one's a little tricky right now. We spent quite a bit of time going over this the other day. It did go up again though, didn't it? It pretty much played out exactly as Trading Sark was telling us about in the Zoom meeting the other day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is probably going to go down, either make an ABC and go down, take out structure and go up. Or probably more likely it's going to go down and take out all these lows right here, grab all that liquidity and then go back up. So we're looking at either 1 down, wave A or wave 1. Next up, wave B, wave 2. Then down for a wave C or wave 3. One step at a time, that's all we can really do. One little step at a time. Got way too many Fibonacci levels down here though. I like having a nice clean chart. There we go, now I can actually see what's going on here. It definitely looks like a trend, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, Fibonacci bounce, another sort. Either an A or 1, B or 2, 3 or C. But I would definitely be trying to go short at the next chance I got, for sure. Definitely. So, let's go check out the S&P 500 and then we'll circle back to the dollar pairs. It's been about 20 minutes now, so hopefully they're settling down on the move. Dollar's going down pretty good. That looks like the end of a crutch, and that's not a good sign for people thinking that the dollar's going to go down, because the S&P 500 is invertly correlated to the dollar. Wow, say that 5 times fast. I think the S&P 500 is really, really clear too. I actually think that I'm going to start trying to trade this once in a while on my margin account. 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, sorry. 1, 2, 3, it's hard to see on this time frame, but I think this is a wave A. I think this is 1, 2, 3 waves up for wave B. To me, this looks like a 1, this looks like a 2. I think we're going to go down, make a 3, 4, 5 of C. Probably down to like the 50 or the 38, then back up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave C. God's glory. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we could probably have time to look at a few other things. Look at that. That really looks like the end of an ABC crutch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, A, B, C, 2. 78% bounce, engulfing move down. Wow, that looks like it just started a wave 3 of wave C. That's pretty clear. I would 100% be trying to go short, but not right now. I would be waiting for a pullback, and then I would go short on pullbacks. Every single time I saw it go up, I wouldn't be going long. I'd be going short at the end of the pullbacks for the continuation of the downtrend for sure. Looks like a wave 3 of wave C on the daily time frame. So let's see. We're going to circle back to the dollar pairs. I know one of my members wanted me to look at the euro pound. So we're going to look at the euro pound, we're going to look at the CAD Swiss, which I don't look at these pairs every day, so definitely there probably isn't a whole lot of Elliott wave labels on them. I actually am long on the euro pound right now though, that's why I have a little flag on this. I am still long on this, because to me it looks like an ABC on the weekly. And even the wave C looks almost perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is going to go up and break structure and probably even make a nice big uptrend. Daily, I think it's going to continue to make high, low, high, low, high, low. Eventually break structure. Probably at that point make a bigger pullback, and then eventually continue to make high, low, high, low, high, low. So definitely looking for longs at the end of 3-way pullbacks. 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up, go long. 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up, go long. I think I went long on this back here, was my original long, and I went long again right here today. And it looks like it's going to continue to go up. So on the 1 hour, it looks like a 1, 2, 3. I mean, maybe it'll do this. Grab a little bit of liquidity and then make a pullback and then go back up like that. That would make a lot of sense. Either way, I would for sure be trying to go long only at the end of pullbacks. I would definitely be trying to go long. CAD Swiss looks like a correction to me on the 1 hour. This is another one we've been talking about a lot in the Patreon Zoom meetings that we do twice a week. We do it on Thursday and on Tuesday. We do a 2-hour Zoom meeting where I teach my strategy. I go through all the pairs on the higher time frames, and then I tell everybody what direction I would be trading on the shorter time frames every Tuesday and Thursday. And I also do a forecast, a members forecast every single morning. We do a live stream, which is about a half an hour long, but I think I'm actually going to start making them closer to an hour. And we do a morning live stream every single weekday at 9 a.m. UK time, and I tell everybody what direction I'm trading in, what an entry will look like, what I believe where we are in the pattern. So if anybody is interested in joining my Patreon service, you get access to all the members forecast information, you get access to the trading course, and you get access to a whole bunch of educational information, which includes like pretty much every pattern, you know, Elliott wave pattern that you can pretty much think of. So on the weekly, I mean, it does kind of look like it could possibly go up and break structure, but we don't know that until it actually breaks structure. It could do this and go back down. We don't know at all that it's going up until it actually starts breaking some structure. Shorter time frames, though, we do have a break of structure right there, don't we? It looks like a 1, 2, 3, probably going to make a 4 and a 5, eventually pull back, and then go up again for either a wave C. If it is a wave C, it'll probably look like that and then go down. If it's a wave 3, then it'll probably look like this and just keep going up and eventually break this structure. And that right there is the structure that's going to prove to me that the weekly time frame trend is complete. That definitely looks like a question to me, and this seems very clear. 1, 2, 3. I bet this is a wave 4 and 5 of 3. I bet we're still in the wave 3. Eventually it's probably going to go down and make a bigger correction for the wave 4, which will be about the same size as this wave 2, and then probably go up for the wave 5. So definitely pretty bullish on that. Definitely. I would go long if I got to engulf and move up, but I would probably watch it like a hawk because it's probably going to go up, touch these highs, and then go down again. Because that's probably going to be the end of a wave 3, and then it'll go down, make a bigger correction for the wave 4, and then back up again. Hey menu, yeah, I think we're going to have to wait a while though, because I think this is a wave 3, a 3, 4, 5 of 3, and then probably an ABC of 4, and then probably a wave 5. So yeah, I totally agree, but it's probably going to be, maybe by the end of next week we'll be getting close to being ready to trade that. Yeah, we need a nice proper looking correction, don't we? For sure. So yeah. Let's get back to the dollar pairs, I guess. See what happened with that news that came out. I think it was a trap. Again. It's another trap. Look at it. We had the higher time frames don't lie, and the higher time frames tell me that the trend is up, at least until we get to here, probably. I would definitely, I'm very bullish on the dollar. Definitely. Looks like a trap. I mean, maybe it will go down and do this, and then go up later on. But no matter what, I'm going to be looking for longs. So if it does this, I'll go long. You know, if it does, you know, I'm definitely looking for longs, 100%. And it very easily could just, you know, make a spike reversal and just keep trending. Does not really look like a pattern that is complete on the higher time frames. Yeah, that euro dollar, I guess, definitely could go down. Look at it. One wave up, wave A, wave B, wave C, 38% spike. If this closes, you know, with a big spike and then turns down, I would take that as a short. I don't really think the higher time frame trends are even done. Yeah, I agree, menu. Thanks, definitely. So I'm definitely looking for shorts on the euro dollar, so if it gives me a chance, I will go short. Pound dollar, I mean, this doesn't really look like a short because of that pattern. It kind of looks like it wants to go up, but if the dollar does go up, then this is probably going to go down. I mean, it already passed the 78%, so it very easily could keep going down easily. The Aussie dollar, I mean, especially if you zoom out a little bit, it kind of looks like it's ending a correction. I think it looks like an A. I think it looks like a B. I think it looks like a C. I think there's a chance it's going to go down, break structure, and probably do something like that. The trend's not over until it's proven to be over, and there's definitely no proof anywhere on the dollar pairs that anything is over. Like Menu always says, BOS, no tradey. I mean, look how corrective this whole thing looks. Just one big, giant mess of correction. It looks like it, if anything, it's just going to go down again. Maybe when it's done ranging. US dollar CAD made a strong turn today, but that was kind of more the CAD than anything. But I would be looking for longs on this, and it's either going to make an ABC like that, or it's going to make a 1, 2, 3 and just keep on trending. So I'm definitely looking for longs on the US dollar CAD. Yeah, no problem, Carrie. Definitely. And if you haven't done so already, definitely join my Discord channel. It's 100% free to join. And I'm probably going to start doing some live streams exclusively on Discord too, probably in the next couple weeks. At least once a week or so, do a live stream on Discord for only the people on Discord. So if you're not a member of Discord, which is 100% free to join, then you will miss out on those live streams. US dollar Swiss is still very bullish too. I mean, it looks like it's going up still. I would definitely still be looking for longs on that. US dollar yen, definitely still looking for longs. I mean, maybe it'll make a correction like that. Maybe this is the correction and it just keeps going up. Either way, I'm definitely looking for longs for sure. For sure. And the gold is still going up, and it's stretched out to the point where I don't think it's a wave 5 anymore. That's too big to be a wave 5. So I would definitely be doing something like that probably. For sure. So definitely looking for longs on that too. Definitely, that'd be nice. I wouldn't go long now, but if I saw a pullback, I would. So today is Friday, but it's only what 10:30 in New York right now. So there's still plenty of New York session left. We don't really have any news at all. Is there any low-level news today for the rest of the day? Let's see. There's a little, no low-level, no news for the rest of the day. So whatever direction the market decides to go in, it's probably not going to change direction again today. So, but boy, next week we have a busy week. Now, one thing I want to mention too is that I am going home to see the family on Thursday. I'm going to be flying on Thursday, so there's going to be no videos on Thursday. There's going to be no videos on Friday, and there's going to be no videos on Monday and Tuesday the following week. So I'm taking Thursday off, Friday off, the 21st, the 22nd, and I'm taking the 25th and the 26th off. So there's going to be no videos on those days, but if you are a Patreon member, the days that I'm flying on Tuesday and on Thursday, I will not be doing any morning live streams, but the rest of the time I'm going to still probably do a morning live stream for my Patreon members, but only for my Patreon members. Like I said, it's usually about an hour long. And I try to cover all the dollar pairs, all the yen pairs, but I think I'm going to start expanding that too and start covering more pairs. So if anybody's interested in joining my Patreon, the link for that is in the chat in the description. If you want to participate in my morning live streams, which are actually quite a bit different than the live streams I do here on YouTube, because the live streams I do for the members, I'm actually telling people what the next trade that I want to enter is and where I'm going to enter and how I'm going to enter. And when I do enter a swing trade, when I'm not scalping or day trading, only swing trades. When I enter a swing trade, I tell my Patreon members that I'm entering a trade. So anybody that wants to, copy my trades, pretty much can. So, but they're only swing trades. They're not like day trades or anything like that. It's just swing trades. They're the ones that I share. I share 4-hour time frame trades. So if anybody's interested in joining my Patreon because they want to be able to participate in the morning meetings, or they want to copy my trades or anything like that, or if they want access to my trading course, the link for that is in the chat and in the description. So anyways, it is Friday, so I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the day. We do have quite a bit of time left for the New York session, but I am going to take off. I will be on the chats, especially the members chats, for the next few hours, but I am going to go and start my Friday probably within the next hour or two. So I hope everybody enjoys their weekend, as I will. And as always, happy trading and good luck to everybody.